Yeah, the Piranha. Now I know what you're thinking. Damn, Nick, you and the pellets. Hey man, it's not my fault. They sell a large variety of pellets out there, and your gun will determine which one's good for it. It's that's all to it. If there was one end all be all pellet, everyone would buy it, and the others go out of business. But because pellet rifles are a little ammo sensitive, they have hundreds upon hundreds. I haven't even gotten to half the stuff on Amazon. Like the Diablos and all those things. And I'll get into those shortly. But what I've been trying to do is see what I can do local. What's the most accuracy I can get out of a local store like Walmart that everyone has a Walmart, What's the best I could do? And I haven't had to go online, even though I'm going to get more pellets. But Walmart, they do pretty good. They probably know that pellets are finicky, and that's why they offer so many. I mean, even what's the dude? The Shockey guy's got a pellet now. Everybody's got Jimmy Shockey, something like that. Everybody's got a pellet, and I'm gonna try a lot of them. and all the ones that are very inaccurate, I put in one spot and never use again. The ones that are really accurate, I put in another spot. So I'll take from that spot, instead of something else that's really horrible. But okay, anyway, these are a Crosman pellet, I believe. Yeah, they are. Hollow points. I guess you could call the Piranha hollow point. I know you're like, why does it say a gram? I measure the pellets just to see how consistent they are, and I can't open it with one hand to show you. But the drawing makes it real sharp on the edges. Though the Piranha part of the hollow point is not that jagged. They're more like little bumps on the hollow point. It's before, that's what they look like instead of big jagged gashes. But just like everything that Crosman has, like the Destroyer and this pointed pellet, both awesome. Both awesome. This is a very, very light. I mean, this is almost like a target round. It's so flat. It weighs nothing. And this doesn't weigh much either. So I wouldn't suggest either one of these on your 17 for a distance. But if you're shooting birds at a real close range, you're less than 20 yards from them, this is a good one. It'll take them down. Don't waste your ammo on something like... Now, this is the Silent Cat. I'm going to see if you can see in there. Now, I have mixed pellets, and I'm like, wow, people I know will rip me a new one because I mixed the pellets. This is a 17. I use it way more than the 22. And when I'm real close and I think I'm going to get the shot, that's what I use. That tiny little thing right there. That's the Destroyer EX. I'm not sure what that means. And let me get another one. Because you can see the difference, One's got a point, one's flat, one's black, Well, this is the pointed pellet. Very much like the Copperhead that I used to own, that they don't sell at Walmart anymore. And it was highly accurate. I used every pellet I had of that. And that's when I went and bought those Daisy pointed pellets. And those things were horrible. Now I'll put a Silent Cat up right beside it. As you can see, the Silent Cat is quite a bit larger than the others. Quite a bit. And I believe that is why it's more accurate. Once you get past 25 yards, these other two get a little shaky. But thus, you can shoot something at 35, 40 yards, and it's consistent. It's almost like shooting that 22. Now, I get it. You can make a pellet too long, too heavy. The twist rate might not work with it and blah, blah, blah. But it's not the case with this. So if you have a 17, and you're local to a Walmart, I suggest you try these three. The pointed Crosman, the Destroyer. Those are good if if you have to shoot a rat in the face, the Destroyer is perfect. You can't get much better. But if you're trying to go and shoot squirrels, I would suggest... Is my camera going to focus on it? No? Just a little too far close. But yeah, if you're gonna shoot squirrels further than 20 yards, I would say use the Silent Cat. It's made by Gamma. I don't have the piece of paper on. You've probably seen these. There's the Gamma Rocket that I love to use. I couldn't remember the name of the other one, but it's called Gamma Rocket, and has a little copper ball wrapped into it. And they all have clear cases, and they don't tell you what they say, what they are on the back. So if you don't keep the little piece of paper with it, it's hard to tell that it is. But for you guys out there that do pellets, you can look at the container and the little bowl top and tell that it was a Gamma product, because Gamma loves these. They use them on a lot of things. But the Silent Cat and the Rocket are awesome. Now they have another fire tip rocket that has a little piece of plastic in it. I used it for a 17. Horrible pellet. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. It's that little hollow point pellet with a red plastic tip in it. I cannot tell you how many of those tips fall out of the gun, out of the pellet when it's flying out of the barrel. Horribly inaccurate. If you get one with the pellets in there tight, it'll shoot okay. But I put a whole handful of those pellets in my hand one day and wiggled the tips. They all were like just loose and jiggly. They weren't set in. So I'm thinking that's why the Gamma Rocket works better. The ball is round. It's easier for the lead to wrap around the ball and hold it in as opposed to this little plastic pellet. It was horrible with that, but I would suggest it. The Piranha, it's not very expensive round. It's $250 in there. Yet again, I can't say enough about the Crosman stuff. I only have one Crosman rifle, but that's what I use in my beaming, and it's excellent. The accuracy is. I couldn't tell any difference from the Piranha to the regular Crosman hollow point. There was as far as accuracy, there was no difference. They're different pellets, but they're made by the same manufacturer. I'm not sure if they use some of the same tooling, but the accuracy is good. So I wouldn't say this is a waste of money. Your gun might not like it, but it's definitely worth the try. So that's the end of my goofy video. Well, I tell you what to do. You don't have to listen to me. You can listen to yourself. You're American. You can do what you want. But I really do think you should give this round a try. The Crosman products are highly accurate. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen one of them let me down yet. I've owned 4 different types of pellets from them. So carry on, try Piranha.